Thank you, thank you. Well, it's such an honor to be here tonight celebrating these two amazing people. So thankful and honored to be here. I want to start off by just talking about a few of my favorite traits about Goose. I'm sorry, I refuse to call him Matt for those of you in the room that call him Matt. It will be Goose exclusively from now until eternity. Anyway, so 3 huge traits that stand out to me. The first one is attentive. When we were in college, if we would prank Goose by taking his pencil and moving it from one side of his laptop to the other, or just rotating it around so faced down instead of up, and he would walk in and he would freeze and he would go, "Who touched my stuff?" And he knew immediately every single time. In addition to that, he's also super passionate. Not that long ago, unfortunately, he got into this phase of playing with tech decks. And if you're not familiar with what those are, imagine a 4-inch long plastic skateboard that you play with your fingers. It's much more elegant than I made it sound. And he was playing them all the time, everywhere. If I was trying to watch a movie, he'd be like riding on my leg, up my shoulder, and onto my face. And he would make these montages, sync them to music, and post them on social media. And it was this whole thing. We just got super excited about something that was just seems so silly to so many people. And I just love that passion. And he's also just super loving. Braden over here and I 2 years ago went on this winter camping trip. And yeah, he knows. And we needed a third person, and we couldn't find anyone. And Goose, just because he loved us and wanted to participate in something new and exciting with us, decided he'd join. Quickly came to regret that when at minus 40 degrees, we're in our tent, like thinking we might die the next day. It was really brutal. Shout out to Carrie. I know you almost died yourself worrying about us, so sorry about that. But yeah, those are just 3 things that really stand out to me about you. And Tessa, you are going to have this really attentive husband and this really passionate partner and just this really loving friend. And so I'm so excited for you. And it's been such an honor getting to know you. And I just pray blessing over your marriage. I pray that you guys find fulfillment in life through each other and through Christ. So with that, to Goose and to Tessa.
Anyways, okay, hi, I'm Ben. Yes, when you guys say back, hi Ben, hi Ben. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm just gonna read it verbatim just because I typed it up probably about an hour and a half ago. So the ideas were there, very last minute, we all know. Okay, cool. So my name is Ben and I am the bride's brother and the man of honor, unfortunately. I'd like to start you all off. I laugh at my own jokes, that's so funny. I'd like to start you off with a sentimental quote that's close to home for Matt and Tessa. You would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies lit up the world as I fell asleep. Thank you. Let that marinate for a second for all of you. Okay. I had to highlight this moment because this was the first thing Tessa told us about Matt after their first date. So the bar was set real high. I ran to the studio, told my dancers, I was like, you'll never guess who she's dating. So it was kind of like a little clout moment for myself. I capitalized on that. Since our brother, okay, so we're getting sentimental. We'll get back to it, don't worry. Since our brother Brian passed away, there's been an absent spot at our dinner table. That was a very dramatic jump. I am super sorry. But we're here now, so we'll go with it. Anyways, but in all seriousness, like I said, our brother Brian passed away a few years ago. There's been an absent spot at our dinner table that we never thought we'd be able to fill. The first time Matt came over for dinner, my perception for family had been reignited, and for that I am forever grateful. So I know our family can all speak on that very well. I know Tessa's dreamed about this day since she was a little girl, to see her find her Prince Charming and partner in crime. Thanks, Zoe. To walk beside her throughout life is so fulfilling, and as an older brother. Speaking of which, I know it can be difficult having such a fashion-forward brother, but seeing you put together all the details such as, I have a list, shopping for your dress, getting your hair and nails done with the girls, getting your mustache, sorry, I'm so sorry, that's embarrassing. Getting your eyebrows waxed. Ooh, yikes. Okay. We'll give you guys this. It's okay. Okay, we're here now. But just a quick little story about when I first met Matt. Where are my friends that were there the first time I met Matt? Some of you guys are here. The video shoot, April, you were there. Oh my gosh, yeah, we remember that one. No, Matt came in and we were like doing a video shoot. It was during COVID, and we were just like, it was, if you guys know us, we're pretty chaotic when it comes to dance stuff. We love you guys. Thanks for sticking in there with us. But we had a group of like 5 or 6 of us dancers, and we were shooting a concept video, and Matt showed up, and Tessa's like, Matt's coming, and I was like, are you sure? Like, I wanted to reinforce that. I was like, are we sure that he wants to come along? And so he did, and he dealt with our chaos and just kind of jumped in at that moment. I was able to kind of get a really great understanding of who he is as a person and just his willingness to give, and that for us and my family and people that are in Tessa's life is super important. So that was just a big like moment for me. It was like an epiphany, like this guy is, you know, stuck with Tessa forever, and our family and everything that comes along with it. So we are so sorry, but thank you so much. Seeing you two together has brought such joy into my life. I love you both very much, and since you guys decided to buy such a massive house in St. Paul, it is now your job and responsibility to fill it with children for everyone in this room. So congratulations. So with that said, let's raise a glass to the bride and groom and myself for this outfit and these amazing shoes. So everyone, cheers to the bride and groom. It is. Okay, and that's it. Nice job, everybody. Good work. Good work.
I think it's because hello, everybody. Seems to be a reoccurring theme, but I've been forgotten again. I was told I was the co-best man, but as it's made apparent, I'm actually best man number 2. And I mean, we all saw where I was standing out there. You know, I was not beside Matt. I was not fixing his coat at the altar or anything like that. So before I start, I just want to get a little more housekeeping stuff out of the way. Andy and I actually weren't selected to be best men at all to begin with. We were actually supposed to be the ushers of the wedding. I don't know if you guys know that, but so one of the duties of the ushers is when you walk in, and if you guys have been to weddings before, or today, I don't know if it happened today, but if you've been to weddings before, they say, like, who are you here for? And you say bride or groom, and then they seat you on the respective side, right? Like, you know, groom on the right, bride on the left. And Andy and I were kind of talking, and we're like, you know what, that's kind of divisive, because, like, what if you like both of them? Then you're kind of forced to pick your favorite. And then you're kind of forced to broadcast it in front of everybody that you like them better by sitting on that side. So we came up with a better idea, and we thought, you know what if, like, there's an aisle in the middle, and there's 2 sides of the aisle. So there's kind of a parallel here. So we thought, you know, what if we separated people based on their political affiliations? So we kind of had it planned out. When you walk up, you say Trump or Biden, or Republican or Democrat, and then she's right or left of the aisle. And the bonus, just hear me out, okay? So the bonus to this is that, like, after, when you're mingling at cocktail hour, you know the people you want to talk with. Like, because there's always that awkward, like, someone's like, man, those gas prices are high. And then you're like, do they think it's this person's fault that they're high? Or like, and then it's, you know, but like, if you're already like, oh yeah, I'll go talk to that person, because we all agree on that. So then we actually got demoted to being best man. Ryan was supposed to be the best man. So anyway, so here we are. So secondly, last night, when I had every good intention of sitting down and writing a killer speech, Ryan and I opted to play video games until 3 in the morning. And when the morning rolled around and I had snoozed my alarm 3 times, it was about 10:30, and we had to leave at 11:15. I was getting a little bit panicky, and I hadn't written the speech yet, so I pulled out Google and I typed in the best man speech. Yeah, actually one popped up. It was pretty close to our story, Matt. And so I didn't have time to edit all the details, so if you could just all use your imaginations here tonight, I think we'll get through this. I want to thank everyone for being here today. It's been a beautiful day celebrating the holy union of our good friends, Steve and Lisa. Steve and I first met about 10 years ago back in college when we were selected to play in our school's traveling band. Steve was selected to play the clarinet, and I was chosen to play the oboe. It was this connection we had as woodwind buddies that was the foundation of our strong friendship. For the next year and a half, we spent a lot of time together. If we weren't found doing something music related, you could probably find us at the drive-thru at Taco Bell, playing Grand Theft Auto 5, or driving around shooting random strangers with airsoft guns from the window of Steve's car with our favorite band, Parachute, turned up to 11. It's pretty accurate, right? If you know my friend Steve, then you know one of his greatest characteristics is his loyalty to his friends. We've been through a lot together, and the one thing I can tell you is that he will never leave you or quit on you regardless of how tough your relationship is. So Lisa, I want to tell you that I'm confident when he stood up there today and said those vows, he actually meant it. He's truly in this for the long haul, and you've never have to doubt him or his commitment to you. He's going to make an amazing husband and a more amazing father. Steve has many great characteristics, and it's hard to cover them all, so in order to outline a few of the important ones, I came up with an acronym for his name. S is for his smile. Steve has a great smile. Which brings me to T. T is for his teeth. And when he smiles, you see his teeth. E is for his ears. He uses them to hear. That's probably my favorite quality of Steve's. V is for his very warm heart. Bonus to this is living in Minnesota. Everyone else's furnaces will be running in the winter, and his heart will just warm your house right up. So. And finally, E again. Well, that was for ears. So we already covered that one. Just want to pause here for a second. It's getting pretty emotional. Maybe I'll lighten the mood with a little story. Before I do, I imagine most of you figured out that I didn't get this speech off the internet. I actually just switched the names to Steve and Lisa. All these things pretty much happened with a few minor edits. But a story about, I'll use their real names now, but a story about Matt is Matt and Braden and Ben and I, we used to do an annual trip up to mine and Lindsay's place in Canada. That's my wife Lindsay back there. Now is blushing. And so it's about a 14-hour drive, and one time Goose and Braden were on the way back from Canada, and they were about an hour from Minneapolis. And Braden's driving, and Goose looks over at Braden, and he says, "You know what, man? I really got to take a pee. So if you could find like a gas station or even the side of the road, like anything will work." And Braden goes, "You know what? Like, we only got an hour left, and we have absolutely nowhere to be. Like, no time crunch, but if you could just figure it out and, like, hold it or, you know, find something to pee in or whatever, that would be fantastic." So Goose, you know, he, having the servant heart that he does and doesn't want to cause conflict, he starts looking around the car, and he notices a Ruffles chip bag in the back. And he thinks, you know, Ruffles is a pretty high-end company. You know, if that chip could hold bags, she could probably hold about 20 ounces of urine. So Goose climbs into the back. I'm not going to get too graphic here, but he takes out... No, I'm just going to leave it there. And he continues to urinate into the Ruffles chip bag. And he didn't get a drop anywhere. Like, that back seat was, like, completely spotless. And, you know, most people at that point would probably roll the chip bag up and just throw her out the window. But Goose loves the sea turtles, and he didn't want that bag ending up in the ocean, suffocating a turtle. So I get that. So he decided he would try to pour it out the window. So he takes the bag by the bottom, sticks his hand out the window, and I don't know if you guys have ever, like, you know, thrown water out the window. There's a little bit of, like, a vortex effect that goes on. He pulls his arm back in, and it is just covered in urine. So there's actually a video of it. If we could cue that up. No, I'm just kidding. There is a video if you want it. You can find me later. In all seriousness, though, and to wrap things up, I truly believe that the love, grace, and forgiveness that has made our friendship so strong is a direct reflection of what we both experienced in Jesus Christ. Tessa, I don't know you super well, but in the few times we've hung out, I can tell you're a gem. You're beautiful, kind, and have a huge heart, and I can tell you're going to make an amazing partner for Matt. I want to encourage you now, more than ever, to pursue Jesus Christ with everything you have. Put him first in your relationship, because I guarantee if you put him first and keep him at the center, nothing will come between you. Mark 10:9 says, "What God has joined together, let no man separate." I'm so excited for you guys. I can't wait to see what the future holds. And I know that there are great things in store for you and your family. So with that, let's raise a glass to Matt and Tessa's future and salute the fact that the best is truly yet to come.